Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats, you know that we gotta run it back. Whether on the field or the court, you know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
What's good, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Live Wire Sports Media. All right, so the WNBA draft has come and gone, and the Indiana Fever has shocked the world by making the picks that we thought, the two picks we thought would have probably went in the first round and the early second round, but they was able to land with the Indiana Fever. Now, me personally, I thought the Indiana Fever was going to pick certain players. I did a video on it yesterday, and it didn't come out the way we think. And that's just what it is about the draft. We could always think of certain players that might be a fit for the team, but the team knows what they like. And I said this before, because the Indiana Fever didn't miss on their free agency. And hell, they didn't even miss on the draft, because they picked up two players that could be very beneficial for them. Hopefully they make the team. I don't know what the structure is going to be. I don't even know how things are going to correlate when training camp start, who's going to make the team. Because I have another video coming after this with Damaris Dantas, and man, when I tell you, Damaris Dantas looks slim and fit, but I hold that till then. So with the 19th pick in the WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever selected MaKayla Timpson. Now she was a second round pick. She is out of Florida State, and when I tell you this young lady is nice, she's nice. She averaged 17 points a game, 10 rebounds a game, 3 block shots per game, and probably 1 steal. But the thing about it is, she's nice. She's very nice. And if you don't believe how nice she is, then guess what? I was just going to have to show you. That's her right there. Now, some people say that she doesn't spread the floor, but look at her. She's knocking down threes. Look at her. Block shots. Inside the paint. Find a way to score. Spin move. Up and under. Now, people say that she doesn't run. She don't run the floor. She don't do this. She don't do that. Come on, man. What are you looking at? She doesn't spread the floor. All you need is to be a threat on the outside. That's all you need. She is 6'2" with a 6'10" wingspan. You could tell she's lanky, very lanky. She's like how Bree Turner is. Now, I did a live early during the draft, and we had a great conversation about it. Bree Turner could be in trouble. There's a lot of things on this team that, we could look at. Bree Turner could definitely be, she might not have a spot. Now, the thing about it is, I still have concerns about, Jaylen Brown and the other young lady that we picked up, and they were signed to training camp contracts. But I think that the Indiana Fever, to me, don't have to exercise them contracts, and I still gonna have to do more digging into it, because I'm not too much sure right now. But they have 1 spot available. Now, I thought Damaris Dantas might be the odd person out, but dang, after what I have seen tonight, for real. So I think MaKayla is going to make the team. I think she's going to make the team. I think she has tremendous outside athletic ability, can block shots, a rim runner. What Caitlin Clark likes the most? Rim runners and everything. So MaKayla got picked at number 19. And then at number 20, the Indiana Fever turned around and picked up another South Carolina player that played with Leo Boston, and that is Bree Hall. Now I just seen Bree Hall play in the tournament. Now she had a great game against Texas when they played Texas in the Final Four, and then they went on to the national championship to play UConn, which they lost. But Bree Turner was the only bright spot of the team. You know what I'm saying? And people say that she's not a 3-point threat, but what I'm about to read to y'all. Bree Turner defense. Oh my gosh. Uh, I gotta go back second round because I had to pull up. All right, so defense is clearly an emphasis for the Fever heading into the draft. Tipkins provides that on the inside, while Hall gives Indiana a much needed perimeter defender. Hall's ability to knock down, spot up 3-pointers should also have value, especially with Clark running the break. So if you look at that right there, that to me that to me tells you right there the Indiana Fever was set out to address two specific needs and needs that they needed to address. More defense, more outside spacing, more perimeter defense as well. So you got two people that could stretch the floor a little bit, shoot threes, but also you got a you got an interior defender and you got an outside defender. And added Bree Hall along with Lexi Hall and Sophie Cunningham. That's going to help a lot. Then you got you got Timpson in there where she don't have to do as much either because you could always give like you could rotate. You definitely could rotate her, defense for defense, especially with Bree Turner or um what's oh my God, Dewana Bonner, and you think about it, they got length and size. That's what is needed because hardly any team that's in the draft already they picked a lot of guards. They don't have length and size, and especially when they get a rebound, they kick it to Caitlin Clark, and they running the floor wide open, and Caitlin drops them dimes to them, and they getting these easy points, and they playing defense on the end. Boom. And I love what Stephanie White said because now they get to see where they could certain lineups they could use a lot of different combinations, and that's what's very very important. But let me show you some highlights of Bree Hall real quick. So Bree Hall out of South Carolina, I like Bree Hall. She's nice, and I think to me, I feel like the Indiana Fever wants to see who's going to make the team. Now, the last person that they picked up in the draft, before I even go to her, um, I'm gonna go to the highlight of Bree Hall real quick. Now, like I said, people don't think Bree Hall is good. Look at her; she could drive to the basket, lay up, and she's a spot up 3-point shooter, and she knocks them down. If she gets hot, she knocks. Look at that; she knocks them down. So you can't leave her open. And she plays great perimeter. She plays great perimeter defense as well. So the thing about her, she's going to be an excellent fit for the Fever as well. Now, people wanted Shania Reagan. I There was Anastasia Kofu. There was so many other different people. People thought Lucy Olsen was gonna go. They had um Harmony Turner projected to us, but the Indiana Fever went a whole different route. They dress need. They specifically dress need, and that's what you have to do. You got to dress needs. You can't dress what people might think that's going to be great because they're a hot name, and and they're gonna go to this. You want them on this team? No, it doesn't matter if they're a hot name. Can they play? Are they a fit? If you're not a good fit for the team, then they don't want you. They pick two players that's predominantly a fit for them, And that's what I like. I love to see that they got length. They need length inside because you got to deal with Asia Wilson. You got to deal with Breonna Jones. You got to deal with Brittany Griner. You got to deal with Nicola Umake. Izzy McLemore. You got to deal with um Jacqueline Jones. You got Breonna Stewart. All of these people you got to deal with. You got to deal with Camila Cardoza. You got to deal with Angel Reese. That's why these two people was picked for that specific reason. And then you got Bree Turner on the roster as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's why these players are specifically good. I don't think Jalen Brown and the other girl is going to make the cut. Now I'm gonna have to look at the roster in depth probably later this week or towards the weekend. Because I really don't. I'm really trying to figure out how well they're going to um construct this or move this or how they're gonna get money to sign the players or have 12 players when the start of the season come. So right now they're gonna have a spot where they could get um 11 on the roster, but they still could get 12. They don't have enough cap space to get or have 12 players because, to be honest with you, it would be easy just to have Bree and her on there. Now, they did draft one more person at number 33, um, Yvonne M. And she's okay. I watched some of her highlights. Um, I don't think she's that good to me. I mean, she's decent. She's a guard. Um, she's the all-time leading scorer at Gonzaga a a 2024 Canadian Olympian. She also excels in both posts. She's particularly good in the high post as a passer and a mid-range jump shooter and a finisher. She's 6'1". Defense might be a challenge going from the West Coast Conference to the WNBA. So but it said that she's highly productive, smart, might have a tough time making the Fever roster with veterans such as DeWanna Bonner and Natasha Howard and Breonna Turner. If she does, Ellen would be a good fit for the Fever. So, I mean, they all say that she'll be a good fit for the Fever, but at the same time, I don't with MaKayla and Bree Hall, I don't see her making the team. To be honest with you, I don't see her making the team. But I do say I love the pickup for the Indiana Fever. It's all about, like I said, it's all about fit and what the team really, really needs. The team needed more athletic ability. They need rim runners. They need to be able to sprint the floor. They need to put pressure on other teams. And like I said earlier in my life, the one thing about it is that they everybody drafted a bunch of guards, and they not going to be able to. Them guards is not going to be able to handle them rim runners like that and be able to deal with them. They're not going to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. That's the beauty of having tall, lanky, athletic players that can play all over the all over the court. You want you want multiple facet players. You don't want players that just going to come in and be just play offense. You don't want them just to play defense. You want them to play both sides of the ball and be able to rebound, block shots, rim run, spot up threes, and stretch the floor. And that's what the Fever picked up. So I think it was an excellent pick. I get the pick a B plus. To me, it's not an A because Caitlin was an A last year, but this is for specific need personally. Now it's just gonna see who makes the roster on from this point on. So we'll see when training camp start. But I will keep looking and I'll keep trying to find out information how this how the Fever could keep both of these players on the roster. They will have to cut somebody. You know, I mean, some people think Bree Turner might be on the chopper block. Who knows? I mean, it won't be no harm, no foul because if you cut Bree Turner, you could use that money to sign both of them players on your roster. And you got younger. So I mean, they both could do the same thing, block shots and play the paint. So, I mean, you think about it. Tipkins do what she could do what Bree Turner does. To be honest with you, you know, she could do the same thing, Bree, and she's a better scorer from the outside than Bree Turner, and a better rebounder than Bree Turner, also. So you get a scorer and a rebounder and a block shot person, and then you still keep Bree Hall that could play defense on the perimeter. So if you cut Bree Turner contract and what you got, you can sign both of them players, and that's your 12 right there. So anyway, thank you for watching. Until the next episode, Live Wire Sports, and I'm out.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live Wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.